Good day, smart mathematicians. Let's do question 8.1. The graph of y, which is the derivative of f of x, is equal to mx squared plus nx plus k, is drawn below. The graph passes through the point P, Q, and R. This is P, Q, and R. Determine the values of m, n, and k. Right, this is the graph of the derivative. But we can see that this graph is parabolic or is quadratic. So we can find the equation of this derivative of f of x, since it is what? Since it is quadratic. So how do we find the equation of a quadratic function? If we check, P is the x-intercept and Q is also the x-intercept, and R is y, which is like another point on the graph. So we have to start with this equation. Y is equal to x minus x1, then x minus x2. Right, where x1 and x2 are the x coordinates of the x-intercepts. Right, so we have y is equal to a, and then we have x minus negative 1 over 3, and then x minus 1, which becomes y is equal to a x plus 1 over 3, then x minus 1. I'm using the x coordinates of the x-intercepts. Right, now how do we find a? We have to substitute any other point on the graph. In this case, it is R, where x is 0 and y is 1. So where there's y, we put 1, and then it's equal to a, and then 0 plus 1 over 3, and then 0 minus 1, which becomes 1 is equal to a, then 1 over 3 times negative 1. Then we have 1 is equal to negative 1 over 3a. Then we can multiply both sides by 3, or divide both sides by the reciprocal of negative 1 over 3, which is negative 3 over 1. So we usually just multiply both sides by the denominator. So it becomes 3 is equal to negative a. Therefore, a is equal to negative 3. Right, we want the values of m, n, and k, so we have to write our equation in this form. So we can come back here where there's a and put our negative 3. Where there's a here, we put negative 3. So it becomes y is equal to negative 3, and then x plus 1 over 3, then x minus 1. Then let's expand this. Y is equal to negative 3, then x times x, that is x squared, x times negative 1, that is negative x. Then 1 over 3 times x, that is positive 1 over 3 x, and then 1 over 3 times negative 1, that is negative 1 over 3. Let's just simplify what is in the square bracket. So it's y is equal to negative 3, and then x squared, then negative 1x plus 1 over 3x, that is negative 2 over 3x, minus 1 over 3. And then we distribute our negative 3, so y is equal to negative 3 times x squared, that is negative 3x squared, negative 3 times negative 2 over 3, that is positive 2x, then negative 3 times negative 1 over 3, that is positive 1. Therefore, m is equal to negative 3, and then n is equal to positive 2, and k is equal to positive 1. So therefore, m is equal to negative 3, n is equal to 2, and k is equal to positive 1.